What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back with a new video. And today, it is time that we discuss the developing story that is currently unfolding on Capitol Hill. Guys, I think a large chunk of you probably heard about this a couple weeks ago, but it sounds like Freedom Caucus members of the House Freedom Caucus voted to oust Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. That is right, everybody. It sounds like Marjorie Taylor Greene may have just been kicked out of the House Freedom Caucus. I mean, I don't remember the last time that's happened. Has it happened before? Guys, this is such a shocking development that if you would have said this a year ago, I would have called you crazy. But it sounds like the Freedom Caucus have had enough of Taylor Greene's baloney. And well, it sounds like she may have gotten kicked out. Now, before we continue today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, click the join button down below, and just for $1 a month, you can support the daily content and help keep the channel independent. That's right, just for $1 a month. Of course, there's other plans, $3 and $5 a month. But if you want to join the channel, just chip in a little bit, $1 a month, you can join the channel. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. All right, everybody, we got to discuss this because it's sounding like the Freedom Caucus is getting rid of Taylor Greene. Nearly 2 weeks ago, members of the House Freedom Caucus took a vote to oust Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Republican from Georgia, from the ultra-conservative group. It's still unclear whether that vote was successful. So, there's still a lot of disputes about, did the vote actually go through? Did it even happen? Since the June 23rd Freedom Caucus meeting, Chairman Scott Perry of Pennsylvania and Greene have had multiple conversations, but a Republican source familiar with the conversation said Perry has not directly notified Greene that she has been kicked out of the caucus. Another Republican source, who requested anonymity to discuss internal deliberations, said Perry had not brought up the subject because he wanted to sit down and talk to Greene about it in person, which is likely to happen next week. So, did they not get rid of her? It sounds like that they may have voted to oust her, but Perry hasn't said anything yet. Yeah, as you can tell, this situation is a complete and total nightmare. Perry and the Freedom Caucus have not publicly commented on the matter since the meeting. In an email Thursday, a House Freedom Caucus spokesperson responded to questions, saying House Freedom Caucus does not comment on membership or internal process. I do wonder, how does that work for the Freedom Caucus? How do you just get ousted like that? I mean, it's hard enough to get in the Freedom Caucus. I can't imagine how it is to get out. Because the House Freedom Caucus, they don't really talk about how it works behind the closed doors. Nobody really knows the procedures for it. Like, there's rumblings about how it works. There's some rumblings about who's actually in it, because there may be more people than we expect in the House Freedom Caucus, but it's like, I don't know. But in an interview Thursday night, a House Freedom Caucus board member said that Perry had made numerous attempts to reach Greene and her staff before and after the vote to oust her. There were multiple efforts to text, email, leave voice messages to her and her staff, which were not responded to. The board member said, and I suspect because she knew she was being dismissed from the Freedom Caucus, and a little bit like someone refusing service from a legal standpoint. If I'm not served, then maybe it doesn't take effect. Are you freaking kidding me now? What is wrong with Greene lately? Just accept that you're done from the Freedom Caucus. It's like, you've been giving them the middle finger for what now, 5 months? And now suddenly you want to stay in the House Freedom Caucus? What did you expect when you were going to cozy up to McCarthy like you have for the past couple months or so? Suddenly now, I want to be a House Freedom Caucus member, and I'm actually a real member. Even though the House Freedom Caucus have explicitly said what they want, and you've just gone against them basically every time so far this year. The lawmaker added, "It is my understanding, yes, that Chairman Perry had made multiple efforts after the fact to notify her, and she refused to meet with or speak with Chairman Perry." I don't freaking know. Greene has been handling everything poorly. First was the Boebert stuff with like how she got into a yelling match over who introduced the resolution to impeach Biden, which was stupid. Now she's refusing to accept that she's done. Greene spokesperson Nick Dyer said that the characterization was inaccurate. It's sad that this source is hiding behind a veil of secrecy to tell an inaccurate account of how this all went down. Why not say it on record? Because he doesn't want to lose his job. I mean, I believe that they actually try to get into contact with her, because why wouldn't they? Like, Perry's a good guy, and I believe he would try to contact Greene about this situation. Why would they lie about, oh, we're trying to communicate with her, but she's not accepting it? Why would they lie about that? Why? If she's done, she's done. It sounds like she's just refusing to communicate with at all. So why should he be a member in the first place if you're refusing to talk with the chairman about this? The caucus voted on Greene, who goes by the nickname MTG, after some of her conservative colleagues had grown furious over her support for the successful bid by Kevin McCarthy for Speaker and his debt ceiling deal with Biden. But the final straw may have been her clash last month with Representative Lauren Boebert, whom she called a little bitch on the House floor. Again, this is what I think really happened. The debt ceiling stuff was bad enough, but when you go and bitch out one of your fellow members on the House floor, not in private, in public, where everybody can hear and see it, okay, that's enough. You're done. So they were just waiting for one final. I think they gave her 3 chances. I mean, think about it. First, it was the Kevin McCarthy stuff. Okay, fine. We had a disagreement about that. Whatever. Then it was the debt ceiling stuff. That's strike 2. Then you insult a fellow member on the House floor. That's strike 3. You're out. A Freedom Caucus meeting was hastily called for 8 a.m. 2 days later, and the final day before the 2-week 4th of July recess, and a vote to remove Greene from the caucus occurred. 2 sources familiar with the incident said. A third source familiar with the deliberations said the vote was overwhelming in favor of ousting her. Again, the House Freedom Caucus, God knows when they're actually, how they're voting and how the procedures work. They are so secretive, nobody knows even who's really in it. There's like an unofficial list, but there's potentially more members than expected. There've always been like question marks around the House Freedom Caucus, but it sounds like she's done. The vote was taken to remove Taylor Greene from the House Freedom Caucus for some of the things she's done. A member of the group, Congressman Andy Harris of Maryland, told reporters in the Capitol Thursday. The way she referred to a fellow member was probably not the way we expect our members to refer to other fellow, especially female members, he said. But several Freedom Caucus members said they had not been told the agenda of the meeting beforehand and did not attend. The early morning meeting occurred on a Friday before recess. It is unclear whether enough members were present for a quorum. Several sources have described the confusing situation as a quote-unquote mess, and the group will almost certainly have to revisit Greene's membership when lawmakers return from recess next week. So, is she done or not? Are they going to play this game where they're just going to not show up to the meetings at all? So they never have a quorum? Oh my gosh, this is going to go on for weeks, isn't it? Greene, one of the Freedom Caucus's biggest aims, has been one of the biggest fundraisers for the House Freedom Fund, a super PAC aligned with the caucus. Them voting her out doesn't hurt her, another Republican House source said. The most important signal for her that demonstrates her independence is her fundraising prowess, and the House Freedom Caucus will miss that. Will they, though? I mean, she's becoming such a drag that's yeah, she gets money, but it's at some point, you gotta just cut the cord. You gotta, stop this, because she has gone way too far the past 5 months or so. Another House GOP source said they love her for fundraising or when she's fighting for something they approve of, but they despise her when she stops steps down the line and fight for something they disagree on. In a defiant statement, Greene suggested she was not beholden to the Freedom Caucus, but she also gave no indication of whether she was in or out of the group. In Congress, I served Northwest Georgia first, and served no group in Washington, she said. Then why were you part of the House Freedom Caucus? Oh my goodness. My America First credentials, guided by my Christian faith, are forged in steel, certain in my character, and will never change. I will work with anyone who wants to secure a border, protect our children inside the womb, and after they are born, end the forever foreign wars, and do the work to save this country. The GOP has less than 2 years to show America what a strong, unified, Republican-led Congress will do when President Trump wins the White House in 2024, she continued. This is my focus, nothing else. My goodness. I was never the biggest fan of Greene. What saved her was she was good on the issues. Well, guess what? The past 5 months, that prowess has gone away. So I'm actually glad the Freedom Caucus, they've said, enough, you're gone. Nope. The last straw was when you called Boebert a bitch on the House floor. You're gone. Adios. So, whoa, okay, I accidentally clicked that video. But, I don't know how this is going to end up. I think this is going to be chaotic. When they meet next week, oh my gosh. That may be, I want to see that, though. I want to see footage of the deliberations on this, because I think Greene's done. It sounds like even if they got a quorum, it doesn't matter. It sounds like there's too many members that said, nope, you're done. I'm hoping that she is, because I'm sick of her. I'm getting extremely tired of Taylor Greene. I mean, she's not even the best on the issues right now. Why should we defend her? That was always been her strong suit. She wanted immigration moratorium. She wanted to end the forever wars. It's like, now that's gone. And she talks about, oh, I want to end the forever wars. It's like, yeah. But everything else this term, you've been a disaster. So, I hope the House Freedom Caucus gets rid of her. And yeah. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.